Howdy there, true believers. Welcome back to New World Nerds. I'm Superman Nico, and today we're gotta keep that energy though. That's all they want is the energy. Today we're going to talk about the latest episode of Game of Thrones, which is Season 8, Episode 5. Oh, full spoilers, by the way. This is 100% spoilers. Get out now if you haven't seen the episode. Why would you even be on the internet or on YouTube if you haven't seen the episode? One of the craziest episodes yet. What would you expect from the series that makes a habit of having crazy penultimate episodes? The second to last episode of the series would be no different. The only difference is that this episode is pretty divisive amongst fans. This is the last Jedi of Game of Thrones episodes. We went live right after the episode on Sunday, and you guys got to see my raw reaction. It was still like, wait and see. I wasn't 100% sure. I needed to sleep on it. But now I have kind of cultivated up my thoughts, and here they are, come right to you, right to your brains. The problems I had with this episode wasn't necessarily writing aspects of it. I think I was just more mad at the characters that I've grown to like. I'm not one of those people that say there's a big drop in quality for Season 8. I don't think a lot of those arguments are valid. From a production standpoint, this series is still great, firing on all cylinders. I have no problem with the way that this show is shot. It looks amazing. You can't watch Drogon just lay waste to the city and think that that doesn't look cool. Yes, everything that was happening, it's bad, don't condone it, but the shot looked amazing. I also love the shot at the end with Arya riding out on the horse. I thought that was great. I like to have my dessert first, so let's talk about something that I really liked. Clegane Bowl was awesome. Hound versus the Mountain finally. The Mountain's a complete zombie. That guy looked rough. I thought his face was gonna be messed up. I didn't think he was gonna have such a maggot-ridden body. Ugh, sexy. The Hound's relationship with Arya is great too. Revenge is bad. That's the whole moral of this episode. Revenge, bad. Look at Dany. Revenge, bad. So Clegane Bowl, awesome. All the shots with Arya running throughout the city was awesome. We weren't going to connect with just extras being blown up by all the collateral damage and stuff like that. So we had to follow somebody we knew, like Arya. We kind of got that with episode 3 of this season. The stuff I had a problem with wasn't necessarily the writing of the show, because Dany turning heel, yes, it was a crazy heel turn. Yes, they could have been more subtle about it. They could have planted more seeds, but I feel like there was enough seeds planted to where I can see where they were coming from throughout the the beginning of the season till now. There have been scenes where Dany, you could tell she might be bad. And every place she's taken over, she hasn't done it by asking nicely. She's done it by taking what she thinks is hers. Her turning into Seth Rollins and burning it down isn't that far of a stretch for me personally. My relationship with Game of Thrones isn't super critical. Yes, they do a lot of things I don't like, but because I like the people that they tend to kill off. My philosophy with Game of Thrones is I'm just gonna let them take me on a ride. I'm not trying to guess things. If it was what I thought, I think half of the people that are still alive right now were dead. In the beginning, dead, straight up dead, been dead. Everyone who died in episode 3 was on borrowed time for me, Jorah and his grayscale, Theon with the no peen. This dude from the Night's Watch, I forgot about you entirely. The only real casualty was the little bear, but she took out a giant, so suck it. I don't think anything that's happening is necessarily bad writing as much as rushed writing. If you guys needed more time, take more time. We were mad when we found out it was only 6 episodes left. Needed more time to tell the story. We'll take one less dragon scene to get everybody fleshed out. What sets Season 8 apart from the other ones is that we're not taking our time anymore. It seems like a sprint to the finish line. Coming off of the first 3 or 4 seasons, that would be a breath of fresh air for us. But then everyone started fast traveling everywhere, and you're like, okay, well, you told us that it would take months to do that, so you're telling us we were wasting our time walking down the King's Road this whole time. Taken seasons to get from one place to the other. I think that they were going at a book's pace, but also I feel like David Benioff and I feel like they were going at the book's pace in the beginning, and then David Benioff and D.B. Weiss were kind of slowing it down also, because they're like, we need to let George R.R. Martin time so he can finish these books so we don't have to guess and ruin it and have everybody hate us. Everybody hate him first, and then they come and they like us. I do agree with some criticisms of bad writing, like Tyrion, you're supposed to be the most clever man, what are you doing? Jon, I kind of give him a pass because he's a lover boy. Lover boy! That's for you, Gabriella. That was for you. Dany's heel turn, I kind of understand. She saw the place where she was exiled from. Yeah, she was just a baby, didn't remember. She's got that Superman syndrome, hey, that's my home. Well, Krypton's not really your home. You were only a baby. Your home is Kansas. Your home is Smallville. Metropolis maybe. She was looking at that castle, like, all this stuff was taken away from me. All these people watched it happen. They didn't go back and usurp Robert Baratheon. They wanted my father dead and my family dead. Well, I'm back and I'm taking what's mine. She promised to take things with fire and blood, and she did that. She lost Miss Sandé. She's being betrayed by her advisors. John, her nephew boyfriend, stopped loving her. So she decided to make it personal and took it out on innocents, which is not okay. I am not condoning that. I just get where she's coming from a story standpoint. I'm giving her a lot of flack and maybe giving Grey Worm a lot of slack because he lost the love of his life and he was waiting for her cue, and she's just like, oh, she's gonna burn stuff down, so I guess stab. What's the point of this video? The point is to stay positive for the series finale. Tune in Sunday with an open mind. They do have a lot to wrap up here in the last episode, but I'm a pretty loyal fan, so I will be watching. I'm very excited still to see how this ends, see how it all turns out. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Please give me everything, the good, the bad, the dopest dope, the what you wanted, just give me all this stuff. Just leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter at New World Nerds. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you want more Game of Thrones, make sure to tell me that too. Keep nerding out there, true believers. Dracarys. I don't know if I said that right. Don't roast me.